Have you ever noticed that Ash Ketchum has not? If you've been watching Pokemon for a very long time, then you will have to notice that every time you watch Pokemon and the main character is Ash Ketchum, let me tell you something. He ain't. Every time you watch this man in every series, you already know he's not winning any leagues anytime soon. And I mean literally no leagues. And let me tell you something that's crazy, even more crazy, that out of all the episodes, you're telling me out of all the episodes that he, and all the seasons too, I'm not forgetting those seasons, you're saying that all the seasons, all the episodes, he encountered legendary Pokemon back to back, and you're saying he cannot capture one legendary Pokemon. I'm telling you, one instance that I remember that he was so close of capturing a Pokemon was there was a ton of Pokemon, legendary Pokemon that he would have captured, by the way. I mean, shit, there was a whole bunch. Well, not a whole bunch, but there was several Pokemon that he could have captured or let them capture. All he needs to, he's the main character. All you needed to do was tell the legendary Pokemon, say, hey, why don't you come with me to become a Pokemon master? Look, on top of that, you know the funny thing is about this anime, this Pokemon journey, the Ash's journey that led to him to like, what was it? Darn it, I can't remember the last season, but you know the last season when they finally hanged up Ash Ketchum, the storyline. It's like, oh yeah, we wrapped this up. This is the end of Ash Ketchum. Yeah, but yeah, that is something to be foretold by, basically. But the most devastating thing that they could have not give this man was a legendary Pokemon. Not one. He has not had one legendary Pokemon in his arsenal. Not one. Can you tell me why? Out of all, this frustrates me more than everything every season. Like, for example, I get what was it? Orange Islands, I think that's where, no, it wasn't. Indigo League. I think that is when in that season he almost had it. Oh man, you remember that one season? What was it? It was Pokemon. It took place in the Hoenn region. Battle Frontiers. Battle Frontiers was good, but it was the one before that. But man, I remember. No, it wasn't Battle Frontiers. Sorry, it was. And the one thing he came close to winning was, I think it was Pokemon Diamond and Pearl season. The only bullshit way that Ash lost that fight, and I remember this, he was in like the finals. No, he wasn't in the finals. I think he was in finals. Can't remember. But the only reason he lost that battle was because his opponent dished out legendary Pokemon. Literally legendary Pokemon. He rocked out Latias. No, it was not Latias. It was the blue one. Latios, Darkrai, and I think it was something else. Some other Pokemon, but holy shit, the Darkrai and Latios almost wiped out Ash's Pokemon. But it was those two Pokemon that the challenger used against Ash, and Ash was like, ah shit, oh, this looks like not a battle we can win. But it's one of those seasons like, if Ash has come close to so many legendary Pokemon, he can absolutely have his arsenal. I mean, just look at this. Look at that dude. Look at this dude right here. He had two legendary Pokemon in his, oh god, he have them in his arsenal, and you're telling me he couldn't even capture one legendary Pokemon in that season? And all throughout that Hoenn region, seasons. You know what I'm getting at, but it's crazy, and they did it again on they did it again in Black and White. As we know, that there's a ton of legendary Pokemon there, but wait, that's not all. They even, I guess they did it. No, they have it. No. He was close to winning a legendary Pokemon, landing a legendary Pokemon, if you can call it that, and X and Y. X and Y, in my opinion, was peak. And I say peak is, and the reason why I say peak, that X and Y was where Ash Ketchum is peak at, is because he had he was serious, basically he was serious and focused, in my opinion. The way I was watching it, it was focused and he was serious, and he had like a game plan, like, oh shit, well, we have to take some risks with this, which, I mean, I know he done it a few times, but come on, man. You gotta give Ash Ketchum a little some credit though, because out of all the Pokemon he had, some of them has not even went past its first evolution. Not first evolution, but second evolution. First and second evolution. I mean, there's some that went past first, second, and third evolutions, but you gotta admit that at some point in his journey, he was like, yeah, I might have to capture a legendary Pokemon if I want to win this. Pokemon League, become a Pokemon master. I mean, come on, man. That's your dream. You're supposed to become a master. You're supposed to be a master of everything. That means you might have to capture a legendary Pokemon to get to that dream, to like move up that dream, you know? You know what I mean? Because that's what I would know. If it was me and I was Ash and I encountered like a, for example, Moltres, because Moltres saved his ass more times than I can count. Ash encountered Moltres 2 times, and then what was the other time? And then he encountered Ho-Oh through in like every single season of Pokemon that he starts off with, like at the end of his journey and stuff, and starting a new journey. You know what I mean? But it's funny that he not captured one Pokemon, right? Legendary. But that's just my opinion, because I've been rewatching Pokemon for a few days, and Ash Ketchum, I gotta say, do better. And one message to give you: do better, brother. Or there's another thing I want to say. I am disappointed. But if you like this video, if you're new here, subscribe, like, and comment down below what is your favorite season of Pokemon and why. And if you write this rant, because this is basically a rant, and I got other video rants too coming down the pipeline, so enjoy that. So yeah, see you again, and see you next adventure later.